What is going on, Kyle? We are back for UFC Vegas 49. Before we get into that, how did we do last week? Because I was pretty sure we fucking crushed it.
Oh, yeah. We were plus 10 units in UFC. We went plus 4.4 units in PFL.
I forgot PFL's back.
And we went plus 2 units in Bellator.
So that is a sweep.
Oh, yeah.
Profitable in every fight league that had fights to bet on last week. So
we were plus 16.4 units for the weekend.
Oh, that's nice and spicy. Nice and tasty.
Coming off the heels of a viral tweet.
We did spark some the UFC Derek Lewis truth movement.
I mean, I got put at the head of that, and I don't even think he took a dive.
Yeah, but everyone thinks he did.
Apparently,
so that's more important.
Apparently, reading is harder than I thought.
It's way harder, and nobody does it.
Right.
They just see the video, and then they're like, "Oh, this guy thinks he took a dive."
Yep, exactly. But that was fun.
That video you put on Twitter got 185, probably close to 200,000 views by now, and nobody liked what you had to say, or nobody liked what it was implying without reading the tweet, I should say.
Well, it's funny. At first, nobody liked what I had to say, and then I was on other wild Twitter threads where it was like, he took a fucking dive. Yeah, and then people started saying he took a dive, trying to defend me, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But I also wasn't on their side, so explaining it to people was pretty hard. Like, hey, thanks, man, but I actually don't agree with you either.
Like, all right, well, fuck yourself to death.
Right, yeah, killing yourself. Why don't you get elbowed by Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa at the same time?
Yeah.
Do you think Derek Lewis can beat you up?
Yes. Short answer is they both can.
Yeah. And what sucks more than anything is Derek Lewis is one of my all-time favorite fighters.
Oh, yeah. We were all over him. I was kind of rooting for Tai Tuivasa, but I was kind of glad he won, but I was also it hurt our pocketbook a little bit.
I mean, they're both awesome. They're both really hard not to like.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's keep the momentum going this week.
Yeah, and this is not the best card on paper, but we usually do pretty well on the kind of shittier cards here. There's definitely some spots I think we can exploit here. The first fight of the night. There's only 12 fights on this card so far, so this should be a quick one. So we have Victor Altamirano plus 110 going up against Carlos Hernandez, and on DraftKings, Altamirano is 8,000 and Hernandez 8,200.
Yeah, this is a tough one to pick. Both guys are coming off Dana White Contender Series, and they both got contracts coming off split decision wins, which you don't always see. They both also only have one loss. So it's on paper a really, really close fight. It's basically lined that way. I slightly lean Carlos Hernandez. I think he's got a little bit better grappling. But I'm not betting this fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is just one to watch because we have other good fights coming up. Another one that I really like that is maybe too prohibitive of a line is this next fight. Ramiz Brahimaj is minus 360 going up against Michael Gilmore, plus 280 on DraftKings. Gilmore 6,900. Brahimaj is 9,300. I just think Gilmore is terrible.
Yeah, I have to agree. Brahimaj, a lot of people, he left a bad taste in people's mouth losing to Court McGee. He lost us money.
Yes, he did.
We were pretty certain he was going to win.
Court McGee is pretty good, though.
He is, and he's not done, and I thought he was.
Yeah.
I misjudged that.
That's our bad.
Yeah, but I really think that this is a great fight for Brahimaj. I think he gets the sub here.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Moving on up the card here, Alejandro Perez plus 180 going up against Jonathan Martinez. And on DraftKings, Martinez is 8,800. Perez is 7,400.
This is a hard fight.
This is.
Alejandro Perez won us money against Johnny Eduardo. Mm-hmm. We actually had Alejandro Perez. I think we had the KO prop.
We must have.
Yeah, he won by sub. But I'm pretty sure we had the KO prop against him. But Alejandro Perez is pretty good, and he's got super fast hands. He's a little bit undersized. And he's fighting against Jonathan Martinez, who we like, but watching him against cousin Davy Grant,
yeah,
it scared me a little bit. I do think Jonathan Martinez wins this, but I think it's closer than the odds. What is it, minus 220?
He's minus 220.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Anyone who loses to cousin Davy should not be minus 220 over anyone.
Yeah, I don't love the odds. I would not be shocked if Perez gets the upset here.
Yeah, me either. This is I think they got this one wrong. Should be
closer.
Yeah, Martinez should probably be maybe minus 150 tops. Should probably be closer to the Altamirano and Hernandez fight.
Yeah, even minus 170 sounds about right.
Yeah. All right, now, ladies flyweight MMA coming up here. Jin Yu Frey sitting at minus 180, going up against Hannah Goldie.
Hannah OnlyFans Goldie.
Yeah. Yeah, for good reason, man. I'm sure she makes way more from OnlyFans than UFC. 8,700 for Frey and 75 for Golden OnlyFans.
Goldie is jacked. Have you seen her recently?
Yeah, she might be on some stuff.
Oh yeah, extra Mike's special sauce.
She might be on some Michael's secret sauce.
Yeah. But yeah, she's jacked. I don't think she's that good. We were all over Emily Whitmire in her last fight. She did sub out Emily Whitmire, but before the sub, Hannah Goldie was losing that fight. She got taken down easily by Emily Whitmire. Yeah. Emily Whitmire just decided to just leave her arm and head right where she could get fucking armbarred. Just bad fight IQ. Jin Yu Frey is much better than that. She's been fighting forever. She did lose to Luke Boomy.
Luma's
but
good. But
Luma's a beast. Jin Yu Frey, she might be a little undersized, but I think she's the better fighter than Hannah Goldie. I gotta go with Frey.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. She does have a 4-inch reach advantage, even though she's 1 inch shorter, and that southpaw stance should probably trip up Goldie in that she's not that good.
Yeah.
She is real hot, though.
And she has... And Goldie has been training with Gillian Robertson for this fight, which I do like.
Yeah, I'm sure Twitter's going to be simping all over Goldie, though.
For sure.
It'd be Kay Hansen all over again. Oh, my God. All right, moving on. We got Terrence Mckinney at plus 110 going up against ferrous ziam, minus 130. And Mckinney is 7,800 and Ziam 8,400.
This is a fight we already broke this down a couple weeks ago. Terrence Mckinney. I think he's going to go out there, and people are saying he's not going to use his wrestling. I think he is. If he starts getting beat on the feet by a tricky ferrous ziam, who kind of has a weird karate style, kind of reminds me of like GSP on the feet. Yeah. Without the wrestling. But I do think Terrence McKinney's the superior athlete. He's the much faster fighter, and he's got fucking power in his hands. He flattened Matt Frevola.
Yes.
I love Terrence McKinney here.
Yeah.
Love him.
I'm with you. All right. Next one is going to be fun as well. Josie Ann Nunes, minus
Our girl.
220. Yes. Ramona Pascual is sitting at plus 180. And I already have Nunes in DraftKings. She is sitting at 8,900. And Pascual is sitting at 7,300. Hammer Nunes here.
Yeah, I think Nunes wins this. I don't know much about her opponent, other than I think she's from Hong Kong.
I think that's the HK flag, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know much about her, but I do know Josie Ann Nunes is a monster. And she was severely undervalued against Bay Malecki, which we were all over it.
Yes.
I think we hit a bunch.
I think she was like plus 300-ish.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure
Maybe
we hit the
plus
KO
250.
prop too.
Yes.
We crushed with that fight. She's a monster, and I think she'll get another finish.
Yeah, and maybe an OnlyFans deal out of it. We hope.
Don't know about that.
Ugh. Yeah.
Don't know about that one. She could be with your girl. What's her name?
Yes. Is it Andrade?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Jessica Andrade, your fucking OnlyFans. Oh, that was gross. All right, block that one out. Moving on, we got Ignacio Bahamondes, minus 230, going up against Wrong Zhu. Wrong Zhu is 72, and Bahamondes 9K.
I've been back and forth on this one all week long. Bahamondes is a guy we've been impressed with. He's super tough. He's never going to stop fighting. He can throw volume. He's very long. He threw over 100 strikes in both his two UFC fights.
I picked him up on DraftKings.
But then he's going against Wrong Zhu, who didn't start off on the right foot against a terrible fighter in Kazula Vargas. But really showed what he can do in his next fight against Jenkins, getting 6 takedowns, landing over 85 strikes himself with a knockdown. I think this is going to be a little bit of Bahamondes is the bigger guy. Wrong Zhu is a little bit more explosive and the better athlete. I can see Bahamondes causing Zhu problems late in the fight, and I do think it does go late. But I don't know. I'm leaning a dog play. I think they're both plays for DraftKings, like 100%. It's going to be a high-scoring fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll probably flip on this one a million times before fight night.
I'm with you. I actually just added Wrong Zhu as well.
Yeah, you do want ownership on both of them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
And moving on to the main card now, Armin Petrosian, plus 135 going up against Gregory Rodriguez, minus 160. Rodriguez 8,500, Petrosian 7,700. I kind of like the dog here.
Me too. I like him a lot.
Yes.
Armin Petrosian won us money on Dana White Contender Series.
Sure did.
We broke that down perfectly. All he needs is seconds of stand-up to beat you. Yeah, his takedown defense is questionable. He gets taken down in all his fights. He gets back up in all his fights and doesn't seem tired. He gets up. He looks for that split second to knock you out, and he normally does.
Yes.
It's insane. But Gregory Rodriguez cost us money in his last fight, taking out the Iron Turtle. But his chin got checked against the Iron Turtle.
Yeah.
And his chin seems to get checked in a lot of his fights, and Petrosian has too much power to fuck around like that.
Far too much power.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look similar to all Petrosian fights. He's gonna get taken down. He's gonna get back up, and split second, he's gonna knock Gregory Rodriguez right out.
100%.
Yep.
100%. All right, moving on. Got another Armin next. This is Arman Sarukian, minus 220. going up against Joel Alvarez, who I believe missed weight pretty badly in his last fight.
Last two fights.
He
missed weight.
Plus 180.
He just can't make lightweight.
No, and if you look at him, you can see he's fucking 6'3".
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Right. And he missed weight twice, so obviously weigh-ins are something to watch. If he does miss weight, is he going to be as strong? Yeah. I heard Thiago Moises talking about fighting Joel Alvarez, and he was like, yeah, on fight day, he was strong as fuck. He's like, really, really strong. Well, he missed weight.
Right.
So if he needs to make weight, I think he could be in trouble, and he might just be in trouble anyways. Armin Tsoukakian is a monster. He got 10 takedowns against Matt Frivola.
Oh, my God.
And then went out in his next fight against Christos Giagos. We thought he would out-wrestle Giagos. Turns out he doesn't need to always wrestle. He can knock you out, too.
Yep.
So I like Armin here. I've seen a lot of love for Joel Alvarez. I get it. He's enormous, and he hits really hard, but Armin Tsoukakian is a monster.
I agree 100%. It depends on how much Joel Alvarez weighs in. The same if he comes in at 160
right.
for what if he comes in at catch weight for 155.
Right.
That might be the strategy though, is just give up 20% of your take and then just fucking beat everyone.
Yeah, I mean, he might as well do it because I have a feeling win or lose, make weight or not make weight, Joel Alvarez will be at 170 sooner rather than later.
Right.
So he might as well miss again. Why not?
Why not? All right, moving on up. We got another decent one coming up next. Ji-Yeon Kim, minus 170, going up against Priscilla Cachoeira, women's flyweights.
This is a tough fight.
Yeah, it is.
Kim is kind of a more careful fighter. That fight with Molly McCann was super, super close.
Yeah, it was.
She's fought a couple tough fighters the last two. Like, she's lost her last two, but it was against Alexa Grasso and Molly McCann. So, can't take too much away. She knocked out Nadia Kassem. She fought Shevchenko. I mean, she's fought really good level of opponents in the UFC. And she's going up against Priscilla Cachoeira, who hasn't had too much success.
No.
But she beat Gina Mazzani, who people like Gina because she's attractive, I think. And then she got subbed out by Gillian Robertson. I'm seeing this is pretty similar to the Armin Tsoukakian fight. Seeing a lot of love on Cachoeira, where I think Kim is just the cleaner fighter, and I think that carries her to victory.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on. I don't know why this fight is a pick'em, but we got Misha Cirkunov and Wellington Turman, both at minus 110. And on DraftKings, they are 83 and 79.
I like Misha here.
Yes.
Wellington Turman sucks.
Wellington Turman sucks. That's it. That's the breakdown.
I mean, and Misha Cirkunov got 5 takedowns against Krzysztof Jotko. If he could do that against Jotko, he could do it against Turman.
Yeah. And then the last fight on the card is pretty straightforward. Islam Makhachev minus 700 going up against Bobby Green plus 500. No value either way here.
There might be value on Islam Makhachev. I mean,
what the fuck?
I mean, I want to see the props. I don't see him losing this fight. People are loving Bobby Green because he's such a big dog, whatever. He talks a good game. I listened to him on Ariel Helwani. He said he's going to go across the ring, punch Islam in the face, fight confidently. Well, that's all great. But skill for skill, Islam is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
I mean, what he did to Dan Hooker, he went across the ring, picked Dan Hooker up, put him down, and ripped his arm off.
He did do that.
Yeah. I don't see why he can't do it to Bobby Green either. I love
Dan
Islam.
Hooker also wanted to punch Islam Makhachev.
Yeah.
He just couldn't.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So saying that you're going to take the fight to him gets you nothing.
Yeah. I want to see some of these props, the Islam props, like Islam. I know Bobby Green's good at jiu-jitsu. I think Islam's the next level. So I want to see what the sub prop is.
Yeah.
Real interested in that.
Yep. Were you able to get a lineup out?
I was.
All right. You got it handy? Because I could do mine first.
I got it.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So I started with Armin Tsukarian. I think that he could get the takedowns and chain them. So I think he'll score. Oh, I actually have Islam too. Gotta have Islam.
Yeah, I have Islam as well.
Yeah. So Islam
is probably going to be 100% owned.
Yeah. And the lineups that don't have him are going to have Bobby Green.
Yeah.
So then I have those two. So then I go down to Misha Cirkunov. I think that's a mismatch, and I think he's mispriced.
Yeah.
I then go down to Terrence McKinney, 78.
Mm-hmm.
I have Armin Petrosian.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he gets the knockout. And I have Rong Zhu.
Like in Rong Zhu.
So I leave 400 on the table.
I got 200 left over. Start off Islam most expensive, and then Brahimaj at 9,300.
I like that.
And then Nunes, 8,900. And then I have McKinney at 78, Rongzhu 72, and then I did take Joel Alvarez, just in case he does come in at 170.
I'll have some
for
exposure to him too.
155-pound fight.
I'll have exposure to him as well, but I really do like having Tsukarian in there because I do think at 9,100 with everyone on Alvarez, he might go really low owned.
Yeah.
But yeah, exposure to both is what you need.
All right. Party on.
Party on.